So, for the most part, I guess drugs are bad all the way around. Because every scenario that I know of, and me, people can't do drugs in moderation. So, if you were able to do that, then it might be okay. But people do not. Like, everyone I knew. It's sad. So you have, like, people do drugs to feel good, okay, but it doesn't last. And they need more. So it really is a false high because, it's a high. It's okay in moderation. I'm just saying, like, everybody can't, there's no one out there that does it in moderation. And myself included, with, when I used to smoke pot. The little bit of drugs that I did, which wasn't much. And the only thing I could ever do was drink. And that never really helped out. Temporarily. The only time it really was okay was when my husband was in the hospital. And I had a stimulus check. So I was able to stay in the hotel, and for some reason, they were like energy drinks to me. The beer was like an energy drink. It really, really motivated me. It made me feel good. But that was just, I'm thinking, like, when's the only time in my life where drinking was okay? Like, yeah, when my husband was in the hospital. And the beer at that second in time made me alert, made me, it was okay. Not anymore. Not any time recent. Wow, that would have been, almost 2 years ago. Wow. Like, okay, so the main point is, yeah, drugs, the main reason why you do drugs is to feel good. To be high. But then you come down, and is that worth it? No, then people go out of their way to do anything to get it again. So it is a waste of time. If they had a god, that would be their god, their drug, because they do anything that they can do to get it. It's top priority on their list, and it shouldn't be. I don't know. I would just say that, yeah, again, in moderation, it would be okay, but I don't know one person that ever did drugs in moderation. I really don't. So, trying to think. No. Oh well. And, especially, I'm really mad that I called up that individual today. I'm the one who did all the talking last Sunday, so I didn't know anything about Mr. Butthead at all. Didn't know anything about him. And I just talked, and I was just like, oh my god, what a waste. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to get a backyard to hang out in. Well, does it have a grill? Usually backyards have grills. Maybe I could have brought over some hamburgers. I don't eat bread. You know, that would have been kind of cool. Or maybe even buy steak if I could find it. Or, you know, that would be cool. That would have been cool. Seriously. Lemonade and steak. Whatever. And shish kebabs. Make little grilled vegetables. Wow, I did that one time with a horrifying drunk that made me drive a car from Nevada to Nebraska. Oh my god, what a nightmare. But, God, the hotel, there's some hotels have grills and you need a grill. He made shish kebabs. That's sad. My life is so sad. Like, that's the only time I made a shish them with a horrifying drunk. A total worthless piece of shit. What a sad life I had. Oh my god. I never had a life. All I was around was total loser. And I talked to one last Sunday and I made a mistake and called them up today. Big time mistake. Now he's all excited. Oh, can you spend the night? Are you out of your fucking mind? Can I spend the night? Oh my god. I'll just take you to the loony bin right now. Maybe they can help you out. I am against all drugs, so I'm against the loony bin giving drugs too. I'm really against those drugs. Those drugs are bad. Much worse than I don't know what the hell they put in the drugs today. And I don't know what fentanyl is. And I don't want to know. All I know is it's probably really, 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 really bad for you. Why bother? Like, I don't care. You know, like. And people who do drugs, my kids said a long time ago, they don't love themselves. Yeah, obviously not. Obviously not. You wouldn't love yourself if you did drugs. I mean, if you're a drug addict. I mean, and there's a main reason why they are a drug addict. Because they were abused to death. Usually, the scenario goes. People who are drug addicts, yeah. The reason why they are drug addicts is because they try to make themselves feel good. So they really shouldn't be put down. Their abuser should be put down. Because they never would have done drugs if they didn't need to feel good. So they needed to feel good somehow. Okay. And again, in moderation, it would be okay, but I really don't know anyone that does drugs in moderation. It just doesn't happen. God, I had to call up Mr. Butthead. Yeah, people should like to live, and they should like to, accomplish something. And you need to do something positive and build on that so that you have something for the next day, week, month, year. But too many people are controlled by horrifying abusers that cause them not to be able to live. And that's what the main reason why I never had a life, which is so sad. Because control freak abusers totally controlled my life. And I couldn't think or do anything on my own. They took over. Horrifying dead husband, horrifying pretend a lot narcissist. The last two main abusers in my life. I can't even say, I mean, I was never barely around my ex-boyfriend, so that's not even like, last time he saw me, he cried, but he was drunk. So I'm sitting at the park, smoking my cigar, and he's grabbing me and all drunk and crying. You know, like, we didn't have a relationship. And I would not call it a death relationship. I mean, we just never even had a relationship. You know, I didn't even get past an acquaintance. Seriously. Like, I bet he couldn't say anything about me. You know, he just goes and works to death. Doesn't make any sense. I mean, I feel sorry for people that really had really bad childhoods, and my ex-boyfriend did. But I can't do anything for him. What can I do for him? I can't do one thing. You know, he should, like, go to rehab. Like all these people that I meet. You know, like, nothing is going on in their life that's good at all. Almost everyone that I meet, they should go to rehab. It just makes sense. Like, almost everyone I meet. There's 2 elderly ladies, of course. No, that they are drug-free. It's really cool. My badass grandma that I call her, and I called the other one badass grandma too, but she's around my age. She's a little bit older than me, but not by much. I don't even know her age. Wow. But we're about the same age. But badass grandma 1 and 2 do not do drugs. And they're a great influence on me. I love them. I love both of those ladies. But, I mean, almost everyone I meet is just like, the hell is the matter with you? You know? Well, I worked all week, you know, Mr. Butthead, that I have to be assertive calling him back. Oh, I worked hard all week, and I'm just gonna blow it on my cocaine. Like, the hell? Just go drive to go call up a rehab. Any rehab will pick him up. Like, you know. The sad thing is, he needs an address when he gets it. You know, when you go into rehab, you have to have the accommodations in order to be able to get out of the rehab. You need a place to go. You need for somebody to say, yeah, you can stay with me. And that's his problem. Oh, God. Hear that? That's Mr. Butthead. Oh, my God. Why do I had to stop making bad choices, calling wrong people, but I didn't realize who he was until I listened to him talk. Oh my God, I'm talking to Mr. Butthead. Doesn't have a brain. Okay. I have to be assertive. I can't ever hang out with you because you're a drug addict. Okay.